SMT Nation, we back. Nation, I sat through the entire T-Mobile earnings report and call yesterday, and those can be like painfully horrible, all right? And it's not just T-Mobile, it's just these industry people, these CEOs, you know, all their narratives and the things they want to push. It could be rather disgusting. So having to sit through it, but I do it for the channel. So I want to talk about some of the stuff that I thought was interesting and what I think is going to be important for T-Mobile through the rest of the year. And I think they should be worth highlighting, and they deserve their own video. So that's what we're doing today. I don't know what happened to the live stream from T-Mobile from yesterday. Maybe they take it down and then they edit it, but this is just kind of like a placeholder. But it definitely was the Q1 2023 earnings yesterday. So I'll be sure to possibly relink it at a later time, but it just doesn't show on the web page anymore. So anyways, link when available, and then also in the description is the real SMT Buy Me a Coffee link. Sipping some coffee right now. Want to keep the SMT caffeinated and motivated. You guys can support your creators directly that way. Also, if you're looking for a great deal on your wireless service, sick of paying increased prices and getting less value, our partner NtMobile can give you a really good deal on wireless. They just increased the data allotments on all their plans, and they kept pricing the same. All right, who's doing that in this industry? Check them out. Use our partner link. It's in the description. You'll save money, and you'll be helping out the channel. All right, so in some of the commentary from CEO Mike Seaver, he definitely had some things that caught my ear, so I want to bring them forward here today. All right, the first thing that continues to be a talking point by T-Mobile's financial team, especially their financial officer, and then their CEO Mike Seaver, is, you know, they're starting to change the way that they view the customer financial metrics, right? They are really focusing on ARPA, which is average revenue per account, and they've kind of sort of moved away from ARPU, which is average revenue per user. All right, now the difference there really is looking at the account level versus looking at an individual customer. And they're starting to guide up with a little bit on the ARPU side, but mostly ARPA, right? They're converting other stuff on entire accounts that's really showing positive signs of growth for their financials. They're guiding up the free cash flow expansion. They're going to accelerate those numbers through the rest of the year. They actually came in decent at $2.4 billion in free cash flow. So that's an indication that they're generating more revenue on the account basis. The specific thing that he also noted was that the Magenta MAX continues to be in the lineup. They've added these new plans with the Go 5G and Go 5G Plus, which are slightly more expensive, to the tune of about $10 on an account, right? So like on a 3-line account, increasing, you know, revenues an additional $10 does show a percent increase of probably somewhere between like maybe 7, 8, 9, maybe 10% across the account if they were to attach other things. Okay, so, you know, the focusing on the CLV, the ARPA, what they call accretive opportunities. I don't think T-Mobile's going to stop with the free lines. I know some people that I've had on my panel on the podcast have, you know, maybe leaned towards that becoming a possibility. It just doesn't seem that way. They're utilizing it as a way to keep pricing between them, Verizon, and AT&T. It keeps T-Mobile in play as the cheaper player. And T-Mobile knows that they can't sell their service more expensive than Verizon and AT&T do. They don't have the panache. They don't have the prestige. They don't have the faith of the general consumer with respect to the network. And they've just always been the value play. And they're perfectly fine with that. They obviously always like to say, and we heard it a ton of times yesterday, best network, best value. Their network obviously is competitive in most places. They're winning in postpaid and in broadband. So there's indications that they're doing well. But they know that it would be a death sentence for them to raise pricing that would make it perfectly in alignment with the other two. Now, they're still a little bit cheaper, and that's how they can market it, right? They're still going to tell the customer, we'll give you a better deal, right? And the network is good, right? That's the messaging. But we're starting to see that what T-Mobile is doing, whether it's through free lines, adding value, still including Netflix on us and giving customers that extra value. But they're attaching stuff, right? They're attaching a T-Mobile home internet where they can give it to you. They're converting upsell with like the Magenta MAX previously, and then now with the new Go 5G Plus plan, by telling you, hey, you're paying X amount of dollars at AT&T and Verizon. They always ask you that when you walk in the store or you deal with a T-Mobile rep. Which carrier are you on currently? How much do you pay? Because what they'll do is they'll get you into a plan that's going to be slightly cheaper, but offer you more so that you have confidence you're getting a good deal. That's how they hit the ARPA. They attach the home internet. They attach device protection plans. They might sell you on some accessories. There are attachments. There are things added to the accounts that you'll be willing to pay for as a switcher because you were paying more at AT&T and Verizon anyway, right? Now, pricing has kind of tightened up a little bit. The gap between T-Mobile and their competitors has closed because they did raise pricing with the new plans. But we'll see how this plays out. They didn't give us any numbers, right? The new plans have only been out for like a week, since the Un-carrier event stuff happened last week. So we didn't get any disclosures on that. But all indications are that through the rest of the quarter, and look at the reporting next quarter, we could see if the new plans are paying off. Moving forward, we are going to track average revenue per account. We're going to see if that accelerates for T-Mobile. All indications is that it will. They should continue to have solid growth in fixed wireless access. They added over 500,000 net adds. That will continue to be a strength for them. We'll monitor the ARPA. We'll monitor any of the other attachments. And we'll see if T-Mobile, which just raised guidance the rest of the year for financials, we'll see if they hit their mark. What do you guys think? Do you think that this plan that they have, this strategy, is going to pay out for them? Do you think they hit their mark in Q2 and the rest of the year? Love to hear what you guys have to say on this. You all the voice of the people, the SMT Nation. Let your voice be heard.